Good afternoon, Facebook. It's time for the Disney Break Daily here for Thursday, actually Wednesday, August 16th, 2017. Getting ahead of myself there. I'm Mike Rallman, host of the Be Our Guest podcast. Hopefully you're having a great day. Wherever you are in the world, it's hump day. We're making it over that hump by talking some Disney, seeing what's going on in the Disney universe. If you're catching this on the replay here on YouTube or on Facebook, hopefully you had a great day. And if you're checking us out live, let us know where you are watching, and we'll get that up here on the screen. We do our 60-second check-in as we get rolling here on the Disney Break Daily to see who's here with us live, and popping that up here on the screen. Taking our roll call. I can't get away from that. I'm a former teacher, so I got to take roll before we get started. 6 big stories heading your way, and we're going to share how you can be a part of the show today. We're going to let you come on the show if we can make it happen. We're always trying to make it more interactive, so we're going to try to bring some guests here into the show. So we have Derek, we have Mallory, we have Kelly. Let's get some roll here. Brad is joining us. Dave. All right, let me do something here real quick. I am going to do something to see if we can make this a little more interactive today. Watch the screen. See if we can make this happen here. Let's see here if that pops up. Maybe, maybe not. It's not showing up. All right, I tried something and it didn't work. I'm trying to put the link so that if you want to join us here as part of the show, you can join us. But what I'll do is I'll pop this out on our Facebook page. So give me 1 second here. And I'll put this on the Facebook page if you would like to be a part of the show. So go by facebook.com/BeOurGuestPodcast. Let me post this real quick. I'll post the link. Now, the thing is, you have to be on Google Chrome for this to work. So let me pop this up on the Facebook page. And let's see here. I'll copy the link over to the page. Oh, there I am live. It's kind of interesting to see yourself live on Facebook. Okay, so here, let's post this. Link to join us. Disney Break Daily. Sorry about that. I thought it would go right under the screen. All right, so if you want to be a part of the show, what's going to happen is you can use the link. You got to be using Google Chrome. You got to have a camera. And go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/BeOurGuestPodcast. You'll be in the waiting room, and we'll pop you in here with some of the stories we're going to be talking about. But we're starting off today with National Roller Coaster Day. That's right. I'm sitting in the studio here, the Be Our Guest Podcast, not riding roller coasters. But the question is, so we're going to pop up on the screen here, is what is your favorite roller coaster at a Walt Disney World theme park? I bet you can guess mine. Mine is Space Mountain. It's a classic. It's about the same age that I am. I love the indoor effects. I know it's not the latest and greatest, and it's not the fastest, but I love me some Space Mountain. What is your favorite Walt Disney World, or not even Disney World? What's your favorite Disney roller coaster? Let us know here in the chat. We'll pop that up here on the screen. I don't know if you're seeing this or not, but we'll see what we can do. And we will get things going here. So what is your favorite? And Mallory says Runaway Mountain. Let's see, Big Thunder for Dan. I don't know if we're seeing this. Let me know. Are you seeing the lower third? Are you seeing Dan's post? Are you seeing Stacy's of Aerosmith? I like that one. We talk about that one, I believe, on Friday's podcast. What could the Rock and Roller Coaster become the Tay-Tay Swifties roller coaster someday? I don't know. We'll have to see. So what is your favorite roller coaster in a Disney theme park? Let us know. Oh, Brian says he likes the Matterhorn. Then you need to check out the 3028 with Matt and Kevin. They talk about, I was listening back to the Swiss episode about 3 weeks ago, actually, when I was on the podcast cruise. Check that one out, too. Are we seeing the lower thirds? Anybody let me know. Mallory says Big Thunder is what she meant. Okay, I was confused there because you had me. I was like, maybe I'm missing something. Big Thunder is also Mallory's favorite. Everest for Corey. Good call there. No IP associated with it, and it's a great story anyway. Disney, you need to do more of that. Dave also agrees with Big Thunder. And Gail's saying Big Thunder. All right, we're getting a lot of love for Big Thunder today on National Roller Coaster Day. And Steve saying Rock and Roller Coaster. All right, let's get to the second story. This one's a little controversial. No lower third. All right, we're just going to do it without lower thirds today. So here we go. Second story. How about this? And Sherry also says Rock and Roller Coaster and Big Thunder. All right, here's the big question. This one I am wondering about. I don't know how I feel. Touringplans.com, their blog at blog.touringplans.com, had a post a couple days ago asking their readers, would you like to see the calorie counts on the boards at the Walt Disney World restaurant? So say counter service right there on the boards, table service on the menus. Do you want to see the calorie counts on the menus property-wide at Walt Disney World? Because this is becoming more and more popular. I know that in some states it's required. And here in Missouri, we're seeing it more and more. Places like St. Louis Bread Company, which is Panera. We're seeing it at Taco Bell. We're seeing it places more and more frequently where we're seeing calorie counts for everything that you order, whether you're driving through Steak and Shake, Taco Bell, McDonald's, you have your calorie count. And it does, I'll be honest, it changes what I order because I've been trying to get in better shape for running and for the lizards. But here's what we're saying. So let's see. Oh, my gosh, you guys are lighting it up here. So let's see. Since we don't have a lower third. Mallory says, nope, no way. Gail is saying, nope, because she's on vacation. I feel that way. That's exactly how I feel. Dave says, no. Sherry says, no. Corey says, I didn't know calorie counts existed on vacation. They don't right now, but I think that might change. George says he hates to say it, but yes, he wants to see the calorie counts. Steve says, heck no. Mallory says, I don't want to feel bad for eating. Exactly. Clinton says there are no calories in Disney. That's the common myth, I think, or fact. I don't know how you feel about it. Calorie counts are only approximate because portions vary widely, not reliable. Brian, that's a good point. If you get 2 scoops on there, is it, if it's based on 1 scoop, I guess they got to get as close as they can. Dan says that it wouldn't bother him if it could help people. Why not have the calorie counts? Mark's there. Hey, Mark, haven't seen you in ages. Hopefully things are going great for you down in Kentucky. Kelly says, no, thank you. I'm on vacation. Chad says yes to calories. Then I know how long I have to run for that cupcake. Chad, you run it off. You're like me. No, when I go down to Disney, I try to just eat and have fun. And then to say when I get home, I'll work it off. I just work harder. At home, yes. On vacation, no, Nikki says. Kind of a great solution there. George says not a popular answer, but he's down 30 pounds. Good work, George. That is hard work. There's nothing to losing weight other than hard work and discipline. So, man, great stuff, George. I know because I've been there. I'm actually trying to level off here. I lost too much. Derek says, I'm on the dining plan usually and vacation, so it's order whatever. Got to live a little. I tend to agree with that, Derek. I ate pretty much what I wanted on vacation, but I just ran every morning. I'd run 6, 7, 8 miles before we took off for the day, got up very early, and then I kind of justified that in my head that I've put in some work. I'm going to walk during the day. I can pretty much eat what I want. Yeah, Sherry's exactly right. Deep down, I think we all know where the high calories are at Walt Disney World. So do we need to see it? Donnie says, I guess if you count calories, they should leave it, but it's never affected Donnie. And Mallory says, missing Disney, love the food. Exactly. All right, here we go. Speaking of food, let's keep rolling. Oh, I think the mobile third's back up, or the lower third. Mobile ordering rollout is complete at Hollywood Studios. So here's the thing. Scale of 1 to 10, like we did yesterday while we're here for the next 30 minutes or so. Scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to use mobile ordering during your next Walt Disney World visit? So 1 would be, nope, never going to walk up there and place my order with a person. I don't like technology. I don't want to use it. Or 10, I'm never talking to a person again, never have to have an interaction at a restaurant. I'm going to do mobile ordering every way. Where are you on this continuum? Are you a 1? Are you a 10? Are you somewhere in the middle? How do you feel about mobile ordering now that you can do it everywhere at Hollywood Studios? And we can pop these lower thirds back up. Emily says she has never gained weight while she was on Disney World vacation. I walk so much, I burn it off. So I eat what I want. No calorie count needed. Good point. All right, see where we are. Now, again, we are talking on a Facebook Live, so you tend to skew towards technology loving. So let's see what we get here. Whoa! Okay, lower thirds. Here we go. Popping them up for everybody that's watching later on. Donnie's got a 10. Emily's got a 10. Ben? A 4? Ben likes people. Ben's a nice guy. He likes to interact. I like it. Steve's a 3. Steve's a people person. Maybe he's not got a battery like external battery for his phone, it's going to die by then. Nikki's a 10. I'm a 10, to be honest. I will use it as much as I can, but I also like talking to cast members. I mean, you got to talk to them when you pick up your food. Corey says, since we have small children, 10. Exactly. It is made for that. It's a convenience. I like it. I think it's going to become something super popular industry-wide. Brian says 10, especially the main queue at Cosmic Rays is a must. Exactly. If you can order that. Dave's a 9. Paula, a 1 until they set it up so you can use it with the dining plan. That's going to happen kind of quickly. They almost have to. I can imagine that's going to be pretty quick. Kristen, thanks for joining us today. She says 10, never talking to a person again. My husband is super introverted and so excited for this option. I'll tell you what, I go to Chipotle and Subway specifically many times because on the app I can customize, because with Chipotle and Subway, when you're making those kind of orders, they're so technical. You know, do you want lettuce? Do you want cheese? Do you want this kind of sauce? Do you want salt and pepper? You know, vinegar, all that kind of stuff. When you can do it on the app and you don't have somebody there firing the questions at you, I'm kind of the same way. I'd rather do it on the app. So I'm with you. Good call. Mallory says they're doing that here in Springboro, Ohio, and I'd say it's about a 4. Let's see, when you're not technically savvy for those things. Okay. Chad's an 8. Chad's a good people person, though. Chad will use it a lot. It's fast. See, Derek says a 10, at least for quick service. Love the idea. What I like about it, too, is that you don't have to use it, but it's going to pull people out of the regular line that use it. So I think it's a win-win. You know, even if you don't use it, there's going to be less people to contend with. Sherry says, if you want to use it, go for it. Susan says, I hate waiting in line for food. Sounds good, especially when you're hungry. Think about that. You can order your food while you're waiting in line for the Haunted Mansion or something. Go over to Columbia Harbor House. Boom, your lobster roll's waiting. Nicole says, until you get AP and food in Tables of Wonderland, then it's a 10. She's a 1 till then. That stuff's going to happen right away. Not so much Tables of Wonderland, but I bet you the dining plan. All right, next. Who wants to be the next Disney mom or dad? It's time for the Disney Moms Panel Search. This is an annual thing. This is the 11th year. They've been doing this for a while. It's where folks like us can not work for Disney, but answer a ton of questions online, be the experts. You get to go down for a training week or weekend and get to stay in some nice hotels, get to say that you are a Disney Moms panelist or a Disney Parks panelist. Are you going to try? Do you want to be the next Disney Moms panelist answering all of our questions? And have you ever tried out? I did the first couple of years. Then I realized that they're not going to work with me because I have a Disney podcast and I also am a travel agent. So that's not a good thing for Disney. I could see why they would not pick somebody like me. And I enjoy having the podcast more. I think I get to have control over it and I get to have fun and do all this stuff. So Mallory's all up. She wants to be the next Disney mom. I remember the first like group of Disney moms were rock stars in the Disney community. I remember talking to Brett. He was from Chicago. He was like the first Disney dad in the first class of Disney moms. Just the most awesome guy. Still remember speaking with so many folks. Laura Spencer, Hope Freeze. So many folks came on the show. We just had a great time talking Disney. I think it's kind of waned a little bit over the past few years, but still kind of a fun thing. So let's see here. Oh, Nicole has a question. Can one person pick up and others get a table, or are they still restricting sitting at tables unless you have a tray? I think that they're just policing that as needed, Nicole. That's what I saw when we were down there last month, depending on how busy the restaurant is. Brian says, only if you qualify when you aren't a mom or even a dad. I think anybody can qualify. They've really kind of given niche things like there's a run Disney specialist. There's a group specialist. There's a young children specialist. So they're really trying to fill certain roles for the specific questions they get. Let's see. Madeline says, I tried out but can't retry because of new long hours. Okay, I understand that, boy. Life changes and gets ahead of you there. Totally get that. Can you be a Disney grandma? Absolutely, Sherry. And you'd be an awesome Disney mom. You should try out. You know your stuff and you volunteer. You got so much experience. Sherry, you should be on the panel. Nicole says, tried out last year. Haven't decided if I will again. You know me. I love answering questions. A past mom. He's a dad. Suggested I apply. Exactly. Maybe it was Brett. You should try out. It's a lot of fun. Hey, what's up, Justin? No BOGP crew here, just me. Everybody else is doing their thing. All right, next question, next comment. Again, I was reading this over. I get all these stories from Theme Park News Disney Edition, one of our sponsors at virtualmickey.com. It's a free app. Another blog post over at touringplans.com about grocery delivery at Walt Disney World. Do you get some? We do. We use Amazon Prime and Amazon Prime Pantry. Works out great, saves us money. We get Cokes, we get Pop-Tarts, Rice Krispie treats, popcorn, chips, cups, plates. We get all kinds of stuff for the room so that we can, snack and Cheez-Its and stuff like that, dry goods. So do you, and where do you get yours? Where do you get yours? Hey, Mackenzie, just talking to you through email today. Glad to see you here. We'll get you set up with that ticketless package. No worries. So do you order groceries on your vacations? Now, Sherry just goes to her pantry because she lives in Orlando. She's living the life. But for all of us who have to travel down to Walt Disney World, and especially those of us that fly, catch a nice little Southwest Airlines jet down to Florida, how do you go about getting groceries? Or do you just say, no, I'm just going to snack and buy things at the food court and eat it up? If I want to snack, I'm getting a cupcake down at the food court. Or do you go to places like Garden Grocer, or even Walmart will deliver now? Hey, Sandra, good morning from Australia. How awesome is that? How awesome is that? I'm so glad you tuned in Australia. Hopefully you're doing great. New Jersey's in the house as well. Suzanne, hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for being there. So does anybody get, let's see, Nikki says she orders through Amazon and Publix using Instacart. Yeah, you know what? Everybody raves about Publix, and I think they have a lot of samples and stuff. I almost want to go to Publix on my next Disney vacation just to check out Publix. I don't think I've been in one. Maybe I was when I worked in Huntsville. I think they had Publix there. I tended to go to Walmart. Dave says we use Amazon Prime for pop and water. Good stuff. That's what we do too. Man, and it's so cheap on Amazon. It's not that expensive. We got 24 bottles of water for $4.98. Amazon Prime. That's like 2 bottles of water at Disney. It's crazy. Nicole says, yes, we use Amazon. And Amazon Now, Garden Grocer. Okay, good stuff there. Chad just ordered Amazon Prime for our trip next week. Love it. Case of water, snacks, etc. Good stuff, Chad. Saving money, and it's going to be right there when you need it. That is so good. I like this. Brian grabbed an Uber, did some shopping, maybe headed over to Target. I don't know. It was a nice Target. Chad even got bug spray and tanning lotion. Well, there, I love Chad. There you go. Good stuff. Sherry says, I was going to say that, but Publix is awesome. I got to go to Publix. I heard they have really good food, like prepared in store too, just to eat, not like to buy, just to go there and eat. Suzanne stops at Publix and Walmart. Corey, there is an Aldi like 20 minutes away, and it's worth the drive. Okay, we have Aldi's here in St. Louis, kind of a discount grocery brand. Good stuff. Hey, Marietta, Georgia. Alan, how you doing, buddy? And Disney break time for Dennis in the house. Hump day. Happy hump day. All right, here's the last topic of the day. Then we're going to get out of here. These are going to always be quick and hopefully fun for you. So Disney Parks blog posted a post. I'm going to pop this up here on the screen so you can kind of see it. Trying something new. And let's see here. Let's show this. Let's go full screen. There's this family called the Bucket List Family. They're a social media family. They apparently quit their jobs, and all they do now is travel, and they're bloggers, and they basically live their lives through social media. So if you look at this, they're doing a challenge. Now, how hard is this challenge? They're doing 30 days at Walt Disney World. Now, I just did, I was down either on a cruise or at Walt Disney World we went on the 3rd and came back on the 21st. We were down there for about 18 days, and it was awesome. It was awesome. But they have to do 30 days in 30 days at Walt Disney World, and they're hopping around. Obviously, this is a publicity stunt for Disney. They want people to see. I'm sure they're going to give them great amenities and experiences to show what this family of 4 can do. And if you look, this is their Instagram. You can kind of see that you can follow along. It's called Disney 30 Days, 30stays.com. You can kind of see that. That's their URL. And it kind of shows. You can follow along on Instagram, and it shows what they're doing. Today is day 1. If you see that here on the screen, they're staying at Riverside to kick off this thing. So my question, and you can follow them on Instagram. They have, they're the Bucket List Family on Instagram. They have, let's see, 683,000 followers. So they're doing pretty well for themselves. So the question is this. If you had 30 days at Walt Disney World, is that too much? Or is that, I mean, because we all know, I mean, you start to hit the wall at Disney, but what would you do? Would you stay all deluxe? Would you try to hit every Walt Disney World resort while you're there? You had a month. Would you try to make it a point to stay at least one night in every on-site hotel? Or how would you do that as far as your accommodations? What would your goal be? Stay at each and every resort? Or would you just, put yourself up at the Polynesian for a month? Or what would you do? This is all, yes, Suzanne, what they do is I think that they have such a large following that they can support themselves through social media, living the life. Madeline must follow them. She says she loves them. So I'm going to follow them because obviously this is exactly the goal of Disney. I want to watch them for the next 30 days. What are they doing? What are they eating? Where are they staying? I like that they picked Riverside for their first night. Maybe they can, it's Wednesday night. Yeehaw Bob's on, so maybe they can check that out. Let's see here. Gilson says, I will stay 25 days in Disney, almost the same period, January 2018. Gilson, awesome. Check back in. We're going to have this show. We'll have to get you on, and we'll have to do a quick trip report here live, see how that goes. 30 days sounds like fun, but exhausting, Dennis says. I was thinking the same thing. Brian says, let's see here. You'd be surprised how many vloggers make a living from YouTube, Patreon, and stuff like that. I agree. There are a lot of folks now that can do that. Riverside's Allen's home resort. Me too. I love Riverside. It's my favorite overall resort as far as cost, amenities, location, dining. It's got everything. Steve says, too much all at once. It would kill the magic. Okay, maybe. I don't know. I think it depends on your mindset, how you go into it. Mackenzie says, that would be amazing. I would do every resort or deluxe resort dream trip. I agree. That'd be kind of, I'd try to do every resort though. Even though the All-Stars, I've been there, I would probably make it a point just because I'd try to make it a challenge. I would stay at every resort. Nicole says, never too much. I prefer cabins like a mini Disney home with a kitchen and everything. No, I would eat out at the restaurants every night. If I was on Disney's dime, I'd check out as many restaurants as I could. Dennis says he'd do a couple of resorts, but he'd like a non-park days to avoid hitting the wall. And it looks like they have 2 kids. I mean, they look like they're at least like 5. Let's pop this up here. I mean, look at those kids. They're probably 5 and 3 or something. So I don't know. I'd have to watch it. All right. Suzanne says, let's see here. Chad says 2 weeks would be his max. He'd miss his pets too much. Maybe they could take the pets over to the best friend's pet facility. Mallory says no, because it would take that time to see everything. All right. Brian says doing a different resort every day would be too complicated. But you know what? Disney's going to take care of that. That I would only do this if I was doing what Disney asked, because it's one of those things where they're going to take your bags and it's not going to take 8 hours to get them there. This is on social media. They're going to want positive buzz. So they're going to take care of it. Your bags would probably be there right away. All right. Lots of great comments here. See if we can catch up here. Pop them up on the screen. Nicole says that she follows them, so she'll be following along right with me. I'm going to see what they say, so we'll have to keep up with them. Madeline says she could totally do 30 days. You spread out all the experiences and it would change your touring styles. I feel like I could totally soak up each experience without feeling rushed. That's a great point. Sherry would stay at Beach Club or Animal Kingdom Lodge. How about that for like your home for a month? Oh my goodness. Derek says, what a cool experience. Would love it. Probably take about that long to truly do it all. Exactly. They can really almost do it all in a month. Just think what that would cost if we took the price of this vacation. If Disney were paying, I'd eat out every night too. Exactly, Suzanne. Meet you at Kona. Meet you at 1900 Park Fair. Let's do a character meal. If it's on Disney's time, yes, but you would get tired of the Disney food. I kind of feel like that at the end of a Disney vacation, especially if you go on a cruise. You do kind of get fooded out at the end. Ben's going to stay at Old Key West, Riverside, Beach Club, all the monorail resorts, and would spread out the time in the parks and try to do the other things at Walt Disney World that are available. I would parasail. I would rent the water mice. I would do that kind of stuff. Putt-putt. I do it all. Rachel says, my top 10 favorite. Want to try the resorts. 30 days would be amazing. Plenty of time to slow down and really enjoy. Suzanne says, yes, we're going to 1900 Park Fair. So it's just interesting stuff. I know nobody's going to probably spend 30 days in Disney unless they call me. Hey, I'm ready. Here's a podcast. You're ready to go. I'll bring the Disney Break Daily live from Walt Disney World for 30 straight days if you want me, Disney. So I can be just like the bucket list family. I just don't have, I'm not as good looking as that guy, I guess. He's got his bandana on and a good tan. I don't have that. But you get what you get. I love Disney, and you can't deny that. So, all right, well, that's going to close it out for the Disney Break Daily. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I appreciate it so very much. I hope you're enjoying these shows, and what you can do to support the show is when you do your shopping online, please go through our link at beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. That really, really does help the show. I know you probably don't think it does. It costs you nothing extra, and it comes to you through Prime, everything you do, but it really does support the show. beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon, and we'll do this again tomorrow. So until then, have a great Wednesday. Thanks so much for dropping in. I appreciate it so very much. And until we see you again, we'll see you real soon.